don't even want to go there without. Yeah, so I've just grown up around it.
Mm.
I know how to listen, mate. I know how to cook it up. I know how to do all that shit.
Well, have you sold it before?
Nah, yeah, of course I sold it before, mate. Fucking hell, man. My brother had me on it 24/7, selling crack and heroin, man, bro. When I was about, let me work it out now. Fucking hell, we're talking like when what I was about 17, 18. I did it for like 3 years. I was earning 10 grand a day, mate. You know what I mean? Selling both.
So you saw the effects of
Course I
crack
did,
and
mate.
heroin on different people.
I grew up around it, innit? So, I mean, the crack to me, yeah, was just like it's just like taking sniff. You know what I mean? It's not the same feeling, but it's not as addictive
All right,
as the heroin.
so check.
Go
So
on.
you grew up
Around it,
around this, and you
yeah,
saw the damage it caused to
yeah.
people. So
Of course, my own
how come?
family.
Wait, hold on. So how come you still went into that path?
Because that's all I knew.
Hmm.
That's all I knew. That's all my family knew. I had a nana that was on tablets all the time. She was on codeine. So you know what codeine is, innit? Codeine's an opiate, right? Just like heroin is an opiate. Yeah. So she was addicted to tablets. Then I got a sister that was addicted to both. Then I got a brother that was addicted to both, and then I had another brother that was selling it. So you know what I mean? But how can you not get involved in it? You know what I'm saying? The money in the money in the paper I was making, but I wasn't proud of it. I wasn't proud of seeing people wrecked out their head every morning, sweating, turkeying for a fucking bag of gear. You know what I mean? I had to turn people away for less than £10. If they were 50p short or 20p short, mate, I had to turn them away. You know what I mean? And when you see people like that, mate, and then like my sister passed away when she was 44 through injecting in her groin. You know what I mean? Then she got an abscess in her stomach. And then just like the doctor came one night, he gave her antibiotics, she took one of the tablets, and then just like in the early hours of the morning, it just burst and slowly poisoned her. And then she passed away. You know what I mean? I'm 44 years old to die. It's not nothing, is it? I'm 44 this year. You know what I'm saying? So I've got to represent. I can't, you know, I do the crack, yeah, but the other stuff, mate, man, I've seen it ruin lives, bro.
So you seen this crack ruin your sister's life before, huh?
Heroin.
Heroin.
Mm. So why did it go down that path?
No. So how did you feel selling it to people, knowing
Exactly
that this?
like I just said to you then, innit? I'm not proud of it.
Mm.
Not proud of it at all. How did I feel seeing people rattling every day? Nah, mate, I didn't like it. You know what I mean? But I had a brother pressurising me. My brother was pressurising me every day. Turn the phone on. Yeah, sit there, sell it all day long. You know what I mean? So I just had to do what I had to do. Because my brother was one of them people that you don't say no to. You get me? So that was it. And then eventually, like, I got my own place. You know, I had a girlfriend and all that, and then I had a baby. So I had to walk away from it. And that's what I did. I walked away from it.
And where did you get money from instead?
Where did I get money
walked
from? Gyros, working. You know, I was an odd job man, doing gardening, flagging. Had my own van, signed up, everything. And then I went and worked on valeting cars and stuff. I worked from the age of 17 to the age of 20, I think I was 25 or 24 when my daughter was born. My daughter was born in 2004 in September, and I had a mild stroke, the same day as my daughter was born. So, you know what I mean? So that was all the stress of getting the house ready, you know, getting all the baby stuff and all that. And my girlfriend just didn't give a fuck. She just didn't care. She just wanted to drink. So I've seen people wreck their lives with all sorts of stuff, you know, alcohol, drugs. You know, I've seen it all, bro.
Have you seen anyone who's wrecked their life ever come out of it?
I've seen people like go on people like go like rehab and stuff. Yeah, but they don't follow it through.
So you've never seen anyone?
I've seen people come through it, you know, like and made themselves. Actually, you know what? There's a man, yeah. I will mention his name, yeah. Right? He used to be a user, right, of heroin and crack. Right? I don't know whether I can say his name, but I will because I respected him because he was the only one person that I ever seen, yeah, get away from it. And now he is an actual drug worker that works. He works at, how can I put it? You'd have to go see it. It's a drug place where you go for crack and heroin or whatever, but it's more focused on heroin.
You used to go around with this guy.
Nah. He used to know my brother in it, Keith, and that. He used to buy stuff off my brother.
Yeah.
And he used to buy stuff off me and that. But the guy, right? I swear to God, yeah, he got impetigo, which is an infection in his face, right? You know, through spots and that. And he was hospitalised for about a year and a half. And within that year and a half, that's just what's brought him out of it. But he was a bad user. You know what I mean? He was really bad. But he was the only one person that I ever seen come out of it. And now he's a drug worker, trying to help other people.
Did you see any physical changes when he came out of it
Yeah,
compared to?
yeah.
So what was he like before and after?
Put weight on. He was like a beanpole, mate. There was nothing to him. You know what I mean? He was a rake, mate. His sister was into it. You know what I mean? And she had kids and all that. So she was a bit sticky about it. And then she had a boyfriend that was into it. You know what I mean? So I've seen it everywhere, mate. Everywhere. But he's the only one person that sticks in my mind. And he works at.
So you've seen other people try to come out of it?
Yeah, they can't. They can't give it up. They
Why?
can't give it up. Because they can't see the light for the trees, bro. At the end of the day, they can't see a life behind it. You know what I mean? It's like they're stuck in that circle, yeah, and they can't break away from it. You know what I mean? I've seen people do it. I've seen people walk away, get out of that circle of people, move away. You know what I mean? And they've done it. But that's only people that are willing to do it. People that are not willing to do it will just carry on, and they won't stop. Seriously, I'm not being funny, but you know, he's one of them people, mate. And don't, you know what I mean? Don't say like I'm slagging him off because I'm not. He's a good guy. He's educated. You know what I mean? He sounds like he's educated because I see now, to I see inside or I hear what he comes out with. You know the way he speaks and whatnot. Yeah, that means to me that he's two different people. I see two different people. I see the that's doing the shit, but then I see the inside that's dying to get out. You know what I mean? Be the normal person. You get me? Yeah? You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I've seen it. Good man. He's a good guy. I like him. I get on with him. You know what I mean? But we do butt heads.
So in that same respect, do you feel like every drug user has two sides to them?
Yeah.
The drug side. And them.
Yeah. And the family side, or or the work side. You know, they go to work. They work all day, and then they come home and they do it. And then you've got people that do it first thing in the morning to get out of bed. You know what I mean? You get people like that can't get out of bed unless they've got the shit. So, you know what I mean?
So when they're on the shit, they're different, a different person.
Yeah, they're different people. Yeah, they're different. Yeah, they're just looking for that one focus. That it's like having tunnel vision. Yeah, all they're seeing is where's my next hit.
So what would you say is the difference between you before you've had drugs and you when you've had drugs?
I like the person that I don't like the person that I see today. I like the person that I used to be. But when I look in the mirror, I don't see that person anymore. I lost my way, mate, big time. When my girlfriend died, you know what I mean? And then first it was my nana, because my grandparents, which I've told you this before, my grandparents brought me up. But when my nana passed away, it hit me hard because obviously I was looking after her 24/7.
What would you say you're like differently, like from when you're on the drugs and when you're
for when
normal?
I'm not, I'm clear-headed. I know what I want. I'm focused. You know, I'll tell you a story, right? I went to prison for 9 months, yeah? I came out after 6 for good behaviour, right? For a breach of trust. Not no shoplifting, nothing like that. No stealing, no nothing. It was a breach of trust, yeah. Then I've gone to jail. I've got 9 months and a year's probation, yeah. And I've gone to jail, and the prison officers in jail have actually said to me, to my face, this is not a place for you, yeah. This is not you. This is not for you. This is not designed for you. This is not made for you. Because I was a total different person when I was clean. When I was off it, I was focused. I knew what I wanted. I knew where I wanted to go. Yeah. Then I just came out to loads of bullshit with the family again.
So when you're off it, you're clean, you're
Yeah, I
focused,
like it, man.
but when you're on it, what are you like?
Like I said in it, you're just focused on that. You're just focused on that. Where you're getting your next pipe from, or where you're getting your next hit from.
And how does that change you? What does that make you do?
What does it make me do?
Mm.
Beg for money.
Mm.
It makes me ask for money. You know what I mean? I don't like it. I mean, I've got a carer there, yeah. I ask her to lend me money on a Friday, so I get paid on a Wednesday. But it always leaves her in a sticky situation. She doesn't like saying yeah. I mean, she knows what it's for. You know what I mean? She's not silly. She's 76. You know what I mean? So she's not that.
Younger than that.
But she said, I'm more streetwise than anyone she's ever met. In other words, I can go out on the street and I can speak to anybody.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm a well-known person by my name, by my reputation. I don't mean by violence or anything like that. I just mean the family name, the respect I've got. You know what I mean? Where certain areas I can go, I get called certain names. Yeah. Where down here I get called Dave because I'm out the area. Where as if I'm in Wivenshaw, right? My area where I grew up. Yeah, people call me Skipper, they call me Daly, they call me David, you know, and that's seen it. She's seen it. She's seen what it's like round here. She's seen it upset me. She's seen loads of people, yeah, have upset me by I've been too kind to them. Yeah. In other words, you could say I've been fueling their drug habit by giving them money or buying them little things, you know, like I don't know, crack, or I might go and share some with somebody, and then I'll end up out of pocket, sort of thing. Do you get me? Where I've been too kind, you know what I mean, and they've took that kindness for weakness. Yeah,
Mm.
and my granddad always said, whatever you do, right, he's got a short temper and a really bad, like, you know, not temper, but I kind of like if I blow, I blow, and it's like I just see red mist. And it's like once the red mist is gone, it's like my conscience kicks in then. But I've learned to control it, you know, where your conscience kicks in first and you think of the consequences before you think of what you're doing. Because my brother, yeah, he's one of them people, and he'll hit you first and then talk after, where I'm not. I'll try and talk you down, where I'll try and reason with you, yeah. That's because of my conscience. Because I say to myself, yeah, I was brought up, not dragged up. Yeah, I was brought up to go to church and respect God and all that. And like my faith, yeah, I'm a Mormon. I'm baptized. My granddad baptized me when I was 11. You know what I mean? And look what I've done to my religion, mate. My religion and my faith. You know what and what I believe in and all that. It's just gone out the window.